It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. We're at Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Tonight, the Brooklyn Nets taking on the Phoenix Suns. The Nets able to control the tip. We're underway in Brooklyn. Here comes the screen. Nothing going here on that drive. Jay Williams, kid from Jersey, rooted for the Nets growing up. And where do you live now? Brooklyn.
Of course, I'm following my favorite team, and these comments are probably going to sound biased because they are. But Brooklyn is a completely different place. Only 5 minutes outside Manhattan. It almost feels like a suburb of the city. And the fact that it's culturally relevant, it just feels like Brooklyn is the new place to be.
Short jumper stays out. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number one, create contact, and number two, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Can't convert the free throw. Irving with the basketball. Leads one. To Jordan, down low. Goes reverse to lay it in.
Come on, DJ. Give the people what they want. I want that for my screensaver.
Booker with it. He'll run the offense. DeAndre Jordan pins it.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
Kyrie across the timeline. Up by 3. Down low to Jordan. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Suns control the possession. Booker to Paul. Oh, he had it.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Booker. Sets him up. Throws it down off the alley-oop pass. Jay, no question. There's an unspoken bond there.
Just on the same wavelength. And how about this? Sometimes a bad pass is a great pass when you have somebody as athletic as that can catch that anywhere and slam it down.
Michael Beasley with the slam. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Shot from the lane won't go. Durant across the timeline. Leads 5. Flushes down the slam.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
DeAndre Ayton. To Paul. And he'll go to the foul line.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Knocks down the first. Goes 2 for 2. Kyrie with the rock. To Harden. Sizing up the defense. Durant to Harden. 4-3. He made his first effort, but not that time.
The NBA Season 8 2021 games and highlights will be coming up next on Devin Smith Showtime Sports in America.
These breakdowns happen because a team lacks communication. You have to point towards your man, keep that butt towards the baseline, and make sure you communicate through every screen.
Irving, a pass, down low to Beasley. Old school, backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Now Paul with the basketball. Down 5. From the outside, no good.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But if this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively, this is going to be a dogfight.
Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Right now, down 7. Here comes the screen. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down. Harden to Beasley. Slams it down.
You used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Driving right to the basket. Short jumper off the mark. To Paul. Picked up by the Nets. Kyrie lets it go. Deep 2 there, won't go. Suns with the basketball. Paul to Booker. The drive right to the basket. Tight space with the crossover.
Game 3-5 Cleveland Cavaliers 1-0-1 Houston Rockets 9-0 final.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Booker with it. His team down 9. Here comes the screen. Booker. Rebound comes down to Brooklyn. Harden with it up top. Looking to make something happen. To Beasley.
Game 3-5 Charlotte Hornets 1-1-1 Portland Trail Blazers 1-2-3 final.
Kevin Durant, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
You can forget about it when he uses that 7'5 wingspan to attack the bucket.
Paul with it up top. Down 11. To Booker. Finger roll. Finishing with finesse. Play is stopped. Timeout for Brooklyn as they'll talk things over here in the first quarter. Changes coming from both sides right now. Irving to Harden. James Harden, 2 for 3 now here in the first.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Oh, great defense there, forcing the pickup. He'll go to the foul line to shoot.
There's a very fine line between maximum effort and carelessness. I'm willing to live with a few mistakes and maximal effort, than having to constantly remind my players to close out.
And hits the first free throw.
Subbing in for the Brooklyn Nets, number 8, Spencer Dinwiddie.
Able to convert on both free throws.
Game 3-5 Utah Jazz 1-2-4 New Orleans Pelicans 1-2-9 final.
Curling inside. To the basket is Durant, but his shot stays out. It's Suns ball. DeAndre Jordan rejects it.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
The pass set it all up.
In the paint, you need to finish. Just like that.
Dinwiddie into the front court. His team up by 7. Durant to Dinwiddie.
Game 3-5 Dallas Mavericks 1-3-0 Orlando Magic 1-2-4 final.
Inside.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Here comes the screen. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Game 3-5 Denver Nuggets 1-1-8 Chicago Bulls 1-1-2 final.
It's Brooklyn's ball. To Durant. Screen coming. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Wide open look. Won't go.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
The screen sets him up for 2.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody would be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. Lead stands at 7.
Game 3-5 Philadelphia 76ers 1-3-7 Boston Celtics 1-0-3 final.
Not that time. He misses. Kevin Durant, 3 for 4. Good start. How do you neutralize a threat like Kevin Durant?
Well, that weak side defender constantly has to shade Kevin Durant, and that primary defender, you have to funnel KD into help every single possession, contest shots, and hope that you can deter his vision and that he misses.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions.
Number 33, Allen Crabbe. Stepping in for Phoenix, number 11, Jamal Crawford.
Gets a shot up off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
For 3, his first effort off the mark. Second effort, nice touch around the basket with the tip.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
To Allen Crabbe. Here comes the screen. To Dinwiddie. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Dinwiddie shot, no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
DeAndre Ayton. layup goes down. Well done.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. He connects with the step back. Long heave from three-quarters court. That'll do it for the first quarter. The Nets have the lead. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. It's Phoenix ball. Crawford. And he hits.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dinwiddie into the front court. Up 5. To Allen Crabbe. Ah, you've got to get that one to go. Crawford. Screen coming. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Beasley takes down the board. To Dinwiddie. Now ready to shoot at the line.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Spencer Dinwiddie at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 79% at the line. First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. Phoenix with it. Crawford. Screen coming. Throws it down.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Dinwiddie with the basketball. He'll run the offense. To Allen Crabbe. Going to launch beyond the arc. Can't connect. It's no good. Jarrett Allen with a piece. That's out. Last touch by Jarrett Allen. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. From the painted area, won't go down.
And one of the most underrated things in this game is quick lateral speed. Good job by utilizing that speed and taking away the lane.
Here comes the screen. A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles in and out. Short jumper won't fall.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Can't connect. To Davis. And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Ed Davis at the line. First one, count it. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul into the front court. They trail by 7. Here comes the screen. Crawford. And look out.
Some players are so cerebral. I'm not even paying attention to the dunk as much as I'm paying attention to the player pointing and communicating to everybody his team needs to guard on the next play down the court.
To Jordan. On the shot clock. Shot for James Harden. Not that time.
Make it next.
Here comes the screen. Crawford to Paul. From long range. That's good D. Shot no good.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
To Dinwiddie. Here comes the screen. Dinwiddie guarded by CP3. Five to shoot to Beasley. Harden. James Harden. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. The challenge defending a guy who can be a 1 or a 2.
We're not old men talking about this game. We don't define players by positions anymore. Is he a 1 or is he a 2? No, he's James Harden. He is a scorer and an elite passer.
Beasley to Dinwiddie. It was right there. Mikal Bridges to Paul. A pass stolen by the Nets.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Trying to cash in. Shot no good there by Dinwiddie.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Brooklyn's got it. To Beasley. Knocked loose. Taken by the Suns. Spinning shot. Won't fall. Harden to Dinwiddie. Paul across the timeline. Right now, down 7. Shot from the lane won't go. Harden to Dinwiddie. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit.
See, when good shooters catch, they just shoot. When bad shooters catch, they become hesitant, reluctant. That's the first sign of a guy that doesn't have confidence.
Ah, the monster stuff. Now the Nets going to take a timeout. They'll catch their breath in what's now a 5-point game. Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Harden in a matchup with Booker. To Beasley. Irving to Beasley. Runner here won't go. DeAndre Ayton to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Short jumper won't go down. Harden in possession. Leads 5. James Harden. He's now 4 for 6.
It just seems like one of three things happen every time James Harden has the ball. Either he scores, he gets fouled, or he kicks it out to someone for a three. Pick your poison.
Nothing going here on that drive. Shot clock's at 5. Down to 4. Paul, that's usually one that he'll knock down.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Nothing going here on that drive. Irving to Harden. James Harden. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. Paul. So the first points for him in this first half, and he knocks it down for 3.
Yeah, they really need him to get going. Really surprised that none of his teammates have been talking to him. This is when he needs him the most. They have to uplift him, help him continue to be confident on the court.
Hey, you know this is a bucket.
Nothing going here on that drive. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Harden. 5 seconds to shoot. Durant. Missed it. Scary sight. DeAndre Jordan with the putback slam.
That's a DJ we all know and love.
Phoenix has the ball. Paul. Probing the defense. To Mikal Bridges. Booker's shot off the mark.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
Into the front court, it's Booker. Down 8. Paul. Here comes the screen. Cleans it up. Nice follow-up on the dunk there. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
It's a turnover as they head the other way. Runner here won't go down. Durant with the basketball up top. Up 6. Oh, he was wide open. It's not going to be pretty when they watch the video. Someone's getting chewed out. Kevin Durant, dynamic once again.
And giving it to you any way you want it. On the block, from the perimeter, mouse in the house, whatever the scenario is, Kevin Durant has an answer.
Harden in possession. His team on top by 8. The shot, almost. Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. To Booker. Mikal Bridges. Spinning shot, won't fall.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Here's Harden, down low. Turns and slams it down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Here's CP3. Rebound taken in by the Nets. Durant across the timeline. Counting down toward a minute to go in this first half. And James Harden, well defended, still gets it to go down.
Ed, let me tell you how this one goes. It ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. Everyone's getting a piece of the rock tonight.
Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
Hand down, man down. You got to get up and contest the shot.
Irving into the front court. The lead is 11. To Harden. Here comes the screen. Harden picked up by Booker. Oh, scary stuff from DeAndre Jordan. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Even better, 3 lucky fans will win a poster that's been signed by the entire team. Show up early for your chance to win.
Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor.
Number 16.
Paul to Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. Jay, you know the deal. Keep the touches coming inside.
As long as that defense continues to give you high percentage shots, you better take that every time.
James Harden trying to cash in. Deep 2 there, won't go. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Time expires to end the first half, and the Nets enjoying some breathing room.
Thanks, Ed.
These are the guys getting buckets for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns are down at halftime and in need of some momentum.
Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments.
Have a look at the leading scorers to the Phoenix Suns.
First half stats. Player of the half.
James Harden and his court IQ were on display as he delivered the ball, putting his teammates in a position to score the basketball. His timing was impeccable.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Thanks for joining us for the halftime report. The second half is about to get started.
Suns control the possession. Paul. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Durant to Irving. Durant to Irving. Fires the three. Beasley forced that one. Defense was right there. Mikal Bridges to Booker. Fires the three. Great defense, forcing the miss.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Harden to Durant. Here's a chance from long range, and Kevin Durant unguardable. Hand in his face, he still hits the three. Have we ever seen anyone like KD?
Easy answer, no. He's the greatest offensive threat we've ever seen in the game. He has a 7'5" wingspan, and he's doing things that Russell Westbrook does with the ball. We've never seen it before.
The follow won't go either. Here's Irving into the front court. Up a dozen. To Durant. Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
Nothing going here on that drive. Kyrie Irving snatching it out of the air.
Ed, that's light work for a guy with his ability.
The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Durant. Nothing going here on that drive. Durant. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Now Paul with the basketball. 14-point deficit. And they call the foul. Jay, he was there too late. Chris Paul, a couple of free throws on the way. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. Can't connect on the second, and he splits the pair. Into the front court, it's Irving. The advantage is 13 points. For Durant, down low. From the painted area, won't go down. Booker with it. He'll run the offense. Mikal Bridges. Lets it fly from long range. Not going down here. Irving brings the ball up court.
I got him. Here we go.
To Durant. Here comes the screen.
Right there.
Nice swat that time.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. To Mikal Bridges. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
It's that easy, Ed. You never want to leave any doubt when attacking the rim.
Irving with the basketball. It's an 11-point game. To Durant. A pass down low to Beasley. Michael Beasley with the slam. Gotta love the rim rockers.
Gotta be careful, though. Don't hang on the rim too long. You might get a tee.
Hey, lock up.
To Mikal Bridges. Booker. The Nets have the rebound. Nets have it. Irving to Durant. Irving to Durant. Runner here won't go. Oh, you could sense that coming.
There is a premium market for players with that type of hand-eye coordination.
Booker To Paul. Gets toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Irving to Harden. DeAndre Jordan, look out. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. The jumper's off the mark.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Durant to Irving. Gets it in the left corner. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. Harden. No good. That's great defense. Paul with it up top. The deficit now up to 13. Shot from the lane won't go. Irving. Deep right corner. To Jordan. The Nets now with 4 to shoot. To Beasley. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That's off the side of the rim. No good. Paul into the front court. His guys trail by 13. That's rebounded by Beasley. Harden to Irving. Trying to cash in. Kyrie Irving. Consistent effort. He's at 50%. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Subbing in for the Phoenix Suns, number 16.
To Mikal Bridges. Five on the shot clock for Phoenix. The screen sets him up for 2.
Bread and butter, and there are few that can do it better off the screen.
Kyrie across the timeline. His team on top by 13. To Dinwiddie. Nothing going here on that drive. Has a chance. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot.
Let's be realistic. He's probably not going to miss a lot of shots. But the more effort you can give, you want to try to tire him out. Take his legs away. Make him work to catch the ball. That's how you win a defensive battle.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
Irving. Now to Jordan. Down low. And the Suns right there for the rebound. And a bad pass as it's taken away by the Nets. to Irving. Picked up by the Suns. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Second one's good. Splits the pair. Dinwiddie into the front court. Lead stands at 10. And he hits.
Might have had an extra dribble or 2 there, but he got the shot in.
Suns with the basketball. Surveys the floor. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Has a look. And he buries it on the step back. Jay, this move continues to evolve since the days of Allen Iverson.
It does so much, Ed. When you step back east or west while maintaining your dribble, look at all your options. Number 1, a hezi. You look at the rim. The defender jumps. You blow by him. Number 2, maybe a crossover in the same direction you just came from to throw the defender off. Or number 3, a raise into an easy jump shot. It's easy when you have this bag of tricks.
And when the game's on the line, that's arguably when it's most dangerous. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Dinwiddie with the basketball. His team leads it by 10. To Allen Crabbe. 4-3. Tough shot. No good for Allen Crabbe. The follow won't go either. Tough move in close quarters with the crossover. Trying to cash in. Brooklyn secures the rebound. Dinwiddie into the front court. Looking to make something happen.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Here comes the screen. Brooklyn with 4 to shoot. He connects. Had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
Now the Suns going to signal for a timeout as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. New blood coming in for both sides. Daniels matched up with Harden. DeAndre Ayton. Nice pass to get things going.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Allen Crabbe. Beyond the arc for 3. He engulfed him that time.
Shooters shoot. period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And the rebound taken in by Jordan. Just inside the arc. At the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end with the Nets in front. Brooklyn basketball here as we start the fourth quarter. They have clearly been the better side so far. Jay, that's reflected on the scoreboard.
Well, the cardinal rule in the game of sport is whenever you go into the fourth quarter, it's 0-0. You have to play the game with the scoreboard saying 0-0. And if you can win that game by double digits, then you've done your job in the fourth.
Got it to go on the step back. Jay, he found a way. Here's Paul controlling the offense to Booker. Takes stock of the floor. Paul to Booker. Has a chance. Booker's shot, no good. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Harden to Davis. To Durant. Harden. Well defended.
Give the defense some credit here. He killed them in the first half, driving and scoring at will. But now, it's lockdown time.
Short jumper stays out. To Durant. Good. Off a spin.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
To Booker. Paul to Crawford. Down to 5 on the 24. Crawford off the iron. No good. Dinwiddie with the basketball. Lead is 12. To Davis. Durant guarded by Devin Booker. To Harden. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Harden and the rebound taken in by the Suns. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ed Davis trying to cash in on a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throws good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. It's Suns ball. Booker matched up with Durant. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
To Beasley. Screen coming. Here's Durant for 2. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
has a look. Shot by Saric off the mark to Beasley. It's a big finish. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
To Crawford. Here comes the screen. Crawford. And strokes it.
What was once a tight space is no longer. There is absolutely no way the defender can recover after that move.
KD with the rock. To Beasley. Probing the defense. For three. Tough shot for Dinwiddie. No good. To Booker. Here comes the screen. Booker to Crawford. Can't connect. Dinwiddie into the front court. The lead is 15. Oh, what a finish. No whistle. That was old school.
He's a modern-day big that plays like a 6'2 guard. Scary.
Into the front court. It's Booker. He'll run the offense. Here comes the screen. Devin Booker. Shot off the mark. Good defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Durant, guarded by Devin Booker. To Dinwiddie. Going to launch beyond the arc. The harder the shot, the easier it looks from Michael Beasley.
Ooh, welcome to the new reality. Positionless basketball. Bigs are now PGs with the ability to drain threes.
Now the Suns coach gonna signal for a timeout as they'll talk things over here in this fourth quarter. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Paul to Mikal Bridges. Paul. Popped out. Tough make through traffic.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Durant with the basketball up top. His guys holding the big lead. Trying to cash in. Knocks it down. Off the step back. To Paul. Here comes the screen. Toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Irving to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Calls out of bounds. Last touch by Dario Saric. We have both squads set to make some moves right now. Harden. The Nets now with 4 to shoot to Harden. From long range, cleans it up, and a putback slam.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in the zone by himself.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. To Booker. Doesn't have the touch. No good. Irving into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Durant to Irving. Harden to Durant. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
Old school equals high percentage.
Paul across the timeline. Down a bundle. To Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul. Here comes the screen. Fires the three. Message received. Well defended.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
No good. It's Phoenix ball. A shot no good there for Booker. Harden to Durant. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to pull off with the defender all over you. And gets to the basket. Jay, he knew exactly where he was going with it.
It can only be one of two things here. One, the defender ran out of gas. Or two, this dude is just unstoppable.
Here comes the screen. Short jumper won't go down. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Irving. And they'll get it to Durant. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Kevin Durant at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Career 88% from the line. Free throws good as they continue to widen their lead. Phoenix with it. Booker to Crawford. To Booker. And it's Jordan there to handle the rebound.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Here's Durant for two. Paul the rebound. Has a chance. Jamal Crawford not shaken for the early struggles. Maybe this is a sign of things to come.
I know these mishaps happen defensively, but sometimes this can be the best thing for an offensive player who maybe hasn't found his rhythm yet. Don't let him get going.
To Harden. Fires the three. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that three.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
To Paul. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Crawford. Off the mark. No good. Harden into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Durant in a matchup with Booker. Here comes the screen. Durant to Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, look out.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Paul. DeAndre Jordan with the block. That's his third block this evening.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Durant, guarded by Devin Booker. Here's a chance from long range, and knocks it down. Jay, the defender, tough to gamble that time beyond the arc.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
It's the Nets who are victorious as they cruise to win a game that was never really in doubt. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. When you look at these highlights, you can see how this team was able to earn the victory in this matchup. Great game by this squad. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Brooklyn Nets. The Suns couldn't put it together to get the victory here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Three-point shooting.
The Brooklyn Nets were definitely the better team with regard to long-range shooting, and it turned out to be quite the advantage. Their three-pointers were unstoppable.
Player of the game.
Kevin Durant gets the award for the most obvious reason, and that's his scoring output. He couldn't be stopped, and it was incredible to watch.
Cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here's our top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
Take a look at the upcoming games for the Brooklyn Nets. See y'all next time. Jalen Rose signing out.